Alrighty guys, so today we're going to learn to solve algebra equations with one variable in one step. And there are two basic rules that we're going to use to do this. And these are the rules that we use in any algebra equation. It doesn't matter how many steps are involved. The first step is we're going to do something called isolating the variable. And all that really means is that the letter has to be by itself on one side of the equal sign. We'll talk more about that in a moment. The second important rule is we have to do something called balancing the equation. So we're going to balance the equation. And we'll talk more about that in just a sec as well. So let's just run through an example here to kind of show you how these rules get used and what they actually really mean. So we're going to try b plus 3 equals 10. Now, I know that you guys can basically look at that and you can really quickly tell me what b is going to equal to. You're going to tell me that b equals 7 because 7 plus 3 is 10. You guys already know that, but we need to use the rules to solve this. And I'm going to do that right now. So if I look at the first rule here, it says that isolate the variable. And what that really means is that I need the b to be all by itself on one side of the equal sign, which means I've got to move the 3. The 3 needs to come over there. All right. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to look at the plus 3. Now in algebra, if you want to move a number, all you really have to do is you do the opposite of whatever they're doing with the number. In this case, they're adding 3. Well, what's the opposite of addition? It's subtraction. So instead of adding 3, we're going to subtract 3. So it's going to look like this. We're going to say b plus 3 subtract 3. We're going to bring down that equal sign, just like that. So now, we're going to subtract 3 on that side. Now, if we look at our second rule, it says we've got to balance the equation. And all that really means is that if I make a change on one side of the equal sign, for instance, here we're subtracting 3, I have to make that exact same change to the right side. Okay, so as I was saying, so now we need to subtract 3 to the right side because we're subtracting 3 on the left side. So we come over and we say 10 subtract 3. Now 3 subtract 3 is 0. So effectively they cancel out and the only thing left is b. b equals 10 subtract 3 is 7. Okay guys, so let's do a couple of examples here. Let's try a minus 4 equals 12. Now, let's follow the rules. Let's start with our basic goal. The basic goal is we want to isolate the variable. We want it by itself. Okay, in order to do that, we got to move that subtract 4. And then where we're going to do it is we're going to do the opposite of the operation they're doing. So they're subtracting 4, so we're going to add 4 to the left side and to the right side. Let's give it a try. A subtract 4, so we're going to add 4, bring down our equal sign, 12, add 4. Now we know here that negative 4 plus 4, that's going to be 0. That's going to effectively cancel. The a is left. Bring down your equal sign. 12 plus 4. 12 plus 4 is 16. So if we look at the top, 16 subtract 4 will give us 12. Let's go ahead and try another. Let's try y plus 3 equals 9. Again, we want the y to be by itself. We've got add 4 on the left. We need to move it, and we do the opposite of whatever they're doing with it. And the opposite is subtract 3. So here we go. Y plus 3, subtract 3. Whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we do to the other. So here we go. 9 subtract 3. Again, they effectively cancel. The only thing left is a y. Bring down the equal sign. 9 subtract 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. Let's do one last example. B minus 2 equals 5. We want the B to be isolated by itself. Well, we need to move the subtract 2. Follow the rules. The rule says do the opposite of whatever they do with the number, and you can move it. They're subtracting 2, we're going to add 2. B subtract 2 plus 2. Bring down your equal sign. The other rule states that whatever we change on one side of the equal sign, we change on the other as well. The same change. So 5 plus 2. Again, they're gone. They're canceled. Bring down our B. Bring down our equal sign. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 subtract 2 is 5. All right. Thank you very much, guys.